Hi guys, it's me, Trudy Lee. How's everybody doing? I'm doing pretty good, trying to stay warm here in South Texas. 48 degrees. That's pretty chilly. We never have time to acclimate to the weather here. It just changes like that. And now I'm cold. I'm either hot or cold. So anyway, it'll warm up, I'm sure. Within a few days, it'll be warmer, but it's a chilly day today. It's very overcast. Heard about that earthquake. Oh my gosh, I'm so glad that everybody's okay and there wasn't a tsunami. There was a tsunami warning. That came across my phone. I started watching it and everything, but it's okay. Everything turned out okay. Now, I know they can have some aftershocks, but I think it was off Oregon's coast. So I feel like everybody's going to be okay. But the big thing is, of course, Trump picking his cabinet and everybody freaking out about his picks because it seems like he's trying to pick the worst of the worst. I don't know what's wrong with this man. He just likes controversy. He likes to be, he likes everybody to be talking about him. So the best way to do that is to make controversial picks and try to implement them. It's just whoever has done the better job of kissing his butt. So now here we are with this Hegseth that he's picked for security of defense, right? And evidently he's not a very good guy. Even his mother didn't think he was a very good guy. His mama sent him an email. How did these things get all public anyway? I don't know how all these things become public. So don't send any emails, y'all. Don't write anything that you don't want anybody to be able to get their hands on because evidently they can somehow, some way. But she, his mother, and I saw a little clip of her talking. I think it was, I don't know if it was on Fox News or what, but she looks so young. I think he's like 44 years old. And so I Googled her and said, how old is she? Because she looks so good. And it said she was 70 years old. I'm like, what? She's 70 years old? I hope I look that good at 70. She looks fantastic, I think. But in her email, she said that he's a liar, he's a cheat, he mistreats women, he sleeps around, he's a drunk. And then he was accused of sexually assaulting a woman. Evidently, she went to a hotel room with him, and then she wanted to leave, and he didn't let her leave. He blocked her way and assaulted her, sexually assaulted her, allegedly. And then he paid her off. They made a settlement. They paid her off. So, there's that out there. But of course, that's the kind of man that Donald Trump admires because it sounds just like something he would do, right? So I was just wondering, asking Spirit, is he going to be confirmed? And, oh, his mama has been calling all the senators. I forgot to add that. She's been calling all the senators to get him confirmed. He's a changed man now. He doesn't drink or assault women anymore. He doesn't do that anymore. Please confirm him. Yeah, whatever. I mean, I do believe people can change. That is true. People do change. But when you're when you have a legacy of that, when there's so much of that going on, well, just like President Biden's son, Hunter, he was a drug user. He did a bunch of things that we wished he had never done. But would we, even though we've forgiven him, even though we're saying he's been clean for 5 years, would you want him in a position of authority, knowing his background? I think not. Would anybody confirm him? I think not. So why would you want to confirm this man? Now, this is what I'm being shown from Spirit, that, he's going to suddenly look like he's in control of the situation because Trump has told him to get out there, fight for it. Go fight. Get out there and fight. And that's what he's doing. And it looks like he's getting control of the situation. But I'm telling you, there's something else that's going to come out, and he's going to take another nosedive. I don't know where it's going to ultimately lead, but it's not over. It is not over because I see him controlling the situation. He has control, and all of a sudden he loses control. So I feel like that some other things are going to come out, and we're going to hear about it, and we're going to say, "Oh, well, yeah, you're still a dog." Something's coming out. So, and he loses control. That's all I can tell you. That's what I've been shown. And again, this is non-political, but the UnitedHealthcare worker, the CEO guy, Brian Thompson, that was killed. It's crazy, the actions that people will take and the things that people will do to one another. But I'm going to tell you guys, they're going to find this shooter of Brian Thompson, and they're going to find the gun. That's what I was shown, the gun and the shooter. So they're going to find, maybe the gun leads it. Maybe that's how they find him, because I'm being shown the gun. So maybe that's how it leads them to him, through the gun. A lot of times that happens, people will buy a gun or something, and they'll be able to find out, I don't know, they said he had a silencer and all that. So there may be some ways for them to trace or track it from the gun. But they're going to find the shooter, and they're going to find the gun too. Okay. On to more political news. So I know that we've been hearing about now they're calling if you're not Fox News, you're called the legacy news media. And they're kind of like absolving Donald Trump, and they're turning on the Democrats, because they're following the money train. Donald Trump's a moneymaker for everybody and everything, and that's why people are so impressed with him, and that's why people, even though he does horrific things, they will absolve him and give him a pass, because money buys everything. It's ridiculous. It's horrible that money can buy dignity. You can sell your dignity for money, and that's what people are doing, honestly. So, you guys, turn off CNN. Do not watch CNN at all. Don't watch CNN. I know there may be some people on there you're thinking, oh, well, so-and-so's okay and not okay. They have to be hurt. They have to feel the pain of not having the viewership to turn their boat around. And MSNBC is the same thing. That Joe and Mika, Good Morning Joe, I stopped watching them completely. I don't watch them, but of course I'm hearing they're, inviting guests on, and then when a guest says something that's controversial about Trump's picks, and, saying that, what was it? He was too drunk for even Fox. That guy that worked for Fox. Anyway, and then Mika goes on and corrects him and says, we apologize for that. Basically, she's saying they apologize for that. I'm going to tell y'all, don't watch MSNBC. Now, I know Rachel Maddow, she's still out there. She's good. So, I wouldn't want to hurt her show. If you want to watch her, I'd watch her. I'm not watching any of it at all. I'm not even watching her. And Lawrence O'Donnell, you can watch him. You can see these on YouTube. Their programs get reposted on YouTube, and you could watch it on YouTube and see it that way. I know it's like if MSNBC goes down, they go down with the ship, but they have to understand that we have the power. You have the power, and we need to flex our muscles. We've got to do that. And I'm not watching it anymore at all. The only news that I get it from Midas Touch, and then some of the other things, some of the other people on YouTube. And my husband had CNN on last night. We were going to sleep. He loves to turn that on, and he's been avoiding it, because every time he turns it on, I tell him, what are you doing? I don't want to watch this. And he had it on last night, and I'm like, why do you have CNN on? He goes, let me just watch this one segment. And I'm like, turn it off. I turned it off. I don't know if y'all have heard about Tucker Carlson had an interview with Foreign Minister Russian Lavrov, I believe his name was, and he said because Biden approved Ukraine to use Army tactical missiles to penetrate deeper into Russia. I think they're, I don't know, they, I don't even think they go maybe 200 miles further, something like that. But since Biden approved him to use that, then he made the biggest mistake because now Putin is going to use nuclear weapons. And the nuclear weapon that he's talking about, that Russia has, that Putin says he'll use, it travels the 15 times the speed of light. That is so scary. And Putin signed a deal with Belarus, basically saying, I'll protect you if we can store our nuclear arsenal in your country. And they're like, okay. So yeah, Putin is a scary character, and he wants everybody to think I'm crazy, and I'll do whatever, I'll blow up the whole world. I'll cause, World War III. I'm going to do it. Back off, United States. Back off. Let me take over this country of Ukraine, and you just leave it alone. Um, that Lavrov is basically saying Putin's crazy, and that he'll do it. Biden shouldn't be messing with him. But who's going to back up Putin besides Belarus? Who's going to back him up? China's going to back him up? Let me tell y'all something about China. China is making billions and billions of dollars off the American people. China exports more than 600 billion products to the United States. 600 billion. China needs our economy to be strong. China only exports, like, I think I read 110, 111 billion to Russia. So that's, like just a little bit compared to the United States. Now I know they're doing really strong business and everything, but China needs us more than China needs Russia. And China doesn't want something to happen to us. China doesn't want something to happen to the world, to the earth. Nobody does. Our government, unfortunately, likes to divide us too, and pit us from other countries. And they pit us from China because, China does things that we don't think they should be doing. But China has a very strong economy. China is a beautiful country. I know lots of Chinese people. They live here in the United States, and they go visit China all the time, and they tell me how wonderful China is and how good it is and everything. And they go back and forth, back and forth. They can make more money here in the United States than they can in China. So I think if you're rich, you're doing, and a lot of people in China are really rich. There's a lot of rich people there. So the rich people are doing really, really good. But then the lower middle class, some of them are coming here to the United States to do better. And they go back and forth. But they love their country. And go look at all the pictures of China. They're high tech. They're super high tech. It's a wonderful country. It really is. But that being said, everything comes down to money. And China needs us more than they need Russia. And they need us to be a strong economy. So if a nuclear missile hit us, that would devastate us. It would devastate the United States. That would devastate China. That would devastate the whole world. There's nobody that wants that to happen. Nobody's backing Putin up. And I'm going to tell y'all what I'm being shown is that we are being protected. So we're being protected by a lot of different avenues, a lot of different ways. And people, all different countries are coming together to try to be diplomatic, handle this in a diplomatic way, and de-escalate this situation. But I see Archangel Michael watching over the whole planet, he is like he's a giant. He's a big giant. That's what he's portraying right now to me. He is a big giant watching over this earth, protecting this earth. And what we can do is we can call on Archangel Michael, please protect this earth. Please protect us from World War III. Please protect us from Putin, from a nuclear war. Please protect us and all other countries, this whole earth. And just put the white light of all around the whole earth. And we ask for help and we'll receive it. That's, we have helpers all around us, all of us. We have our spirit team, we have angels, we have light workers, loved ones. They're all around us, they're helping us. And we can also call on the angels and spirit guides to influence Putin. There's many, many ways to approach this. Just think about it. Just think how much power you have. You have so much power. So when you pray to influence Putin, to be calm, to think of the world, and to honor this earth and the people. It might sound funny, but send him love. The more love that you send Putin, the more that he'll feel that, and the more that less that he's likely to do something destructive. It's people like him that haven't been loved properly that make them want to do things like this and strike out and hurt other people because they really haven't been loved properly, and they need to feel that love. And when you feel love like that, you can't do harm. And he's done a lot of harm already, a lot. And I know it's hard for you to think, how could I send love to this horrible person? Because we want to de-escalate. We want to save the earth. We want to make sure nothing bad happens. And that's the way we do it. We have to love each other. When you love somebody, that love just keeps going and going and going and going. So let's send love to each other. Let's send love to everybody. Even send love to Trump. Send him love and tell him, I'm sending you this love because I want you to do the right thing. I want you to be responsible, act responsibly, be loving, be kind. Don't expect the worst out of somebody. When you expect the worst out of somebody, you get it. Have you ever noticed that? If you think something bad's going to happen and you think someone's going to do something wrong, they do it. In your own life, I'm talking about. You ever notice that? My kids will say something like, don't say anything about me, Mom. Don't say nothing. Because if you do, it'll come true. And I'm like, that's not how this works. It's not how this works. But that's what they think. They think if I speak it, it's going to happen. But it's not because I spoke it. It's because I feel the energy, and then they take that energy and basically believe that what I said will happen, kind of makes it happen. You know what I mean? So sometimes our expectations are met by the energy that we put out there. So we have to be careful with our energy. So you guys be careful with it. I tell you all that every day, all the time. Be careful with your energy. Think good thoughts. Have expectations that everything's going to work out, because it is. It really, really is. We are being protected. But your prayers and your thoughts are so important. So once again, we are powerful together. As a collective, we are powerful. So send positive thoughts to everybody involved. Say positive prayers. Have positive expectations. Let's manifest a good outcome. Everything is going to be okay. It really is. Okay? It really, really is. All right, guys. I'm going to get off my soapbox here, and I think I'm going to go to the grocery store. I'm going to make some chili. My husband, I make this green chili, so sometimes I make red chili, but I make this green chili with salsa verde, bell pepper, cilantro, navy beans, and I used ground turkey. And then you can use tortilla chips or something. And it's really delicious. It's good. And my husband said, it's cold. I think you need to make some green chili tonight. Oh, and you can put either yogurt in it or sour cream. Put some sour cream in it. And it makes it really, really creamy and delicious. So I'm going to go to the store and get those ingredients and make that. Try it. It's really good. And it doesn't really matter. Oh, another thing, those sliced those little chopped chilies that you can get in a little bitty can, I put 2 of those in there too. Forgot to mention that. An onion. Fry onion with your turkey. I put onion in it too. I always put onion in everything. But it comes out really good, and it doesn't matter how you measure the ingredients, just put them all in. Don't matter. It's chili. It's going to be good. So navy beans, it's a green chili with white beans. So try it. It's yummy. I'm going to go get some and make it tonight. All right. Okay, guys. Love you so much. Take care. Do something kind for somebody. It'll always come back to you. Bye for now.